Okay. I get it. I'm hot. All right, good evening, everyone. Big news. Stormy Daniels is now on her stand-up comedy tour. Yeah. Audience say they didn't recognize her standing up. Now, I don't want to say that she's put on a few pounds, but guess who recently offered her a job? But good for her, I say. It'll be her biggest credit since once opening for Trump. So far, 11 of America's smartest scientists have suddenly died or vanished. No wonder Mika keeps telling everyone that Joe's a brilliant scientist. A robot beat the human record by several minutes in a half marathon. Dejected Kenyans said, well, we're still the birthplace of Barack Obama. Kim Kardashian is dating Formula One driver Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton admitted he's not interested in Kim, but it was just his turn. The good news is she can use his pit crew when it's time to change her ass. Barack Obama and Zohran Mamdani visited a classroom of preschoolers to sing The Wheels on the Bus. And when Michelle showed up, one kid said, is it time for Drag Queen Story Hour? But this is nice. When they were done, Mayor Mamdani read from his new children's book, Horton Here's a Jew. Lesbian power couple, aren't they all? Megan Rapinoe, soccer star, and basketball legend Sue Bird have split up. No word on who gets custody of the Craftsman wrench set. In New York, which is where you are right now, a serial killer exhibit recreates the crimes of Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, and the BTK killer. And get this, they also have a ladies' night. And finally, the New York Mets have lost their 11th straight game. I know. Now when New Yorkers scream, what a bunch of overpaid losers, they aren't talking about Fox and Friends. They're not watching. They're just getting up. So tonight, how about a quick check-in with some old pals?
Keeping up with the douches. Life after Trump.
So here's Stormy Daniels spotted outside at Atlanta Theater before her live storytelling and comedy show. Because nothing says comedy like a 300-pound woman claiming she used to be a porn star. Now people pay to not see her have sex. True, she went from XXX to XXXL, from hush money to hush puppies. But at least now she can have group sex by herself. Also spotted her cohort, Michael Avenatti, serving an 11-year sentence for extortion, tax fraud, and stealing $300,000 from Daniels herself. This month, he was moved from a federal prison to a halfway house in L.A. Yeah, the man Brian Stelter thought could be president appears to be mopping the sidewalk. Ironic that a dude who has made a mess of his own life is now cleaning up others. Meanwhile, what was Trump up to last Friday? Probably telling us that this has been by far the most successful first year of any administration in the history of our country.
This has been by far the most successful first year of any administration in the history of our country. To begin with, I ended 8 wars, 0 illegal aliens coming into our country in the past 11 months. The murder rate reached the lowest level in over 125 years. Deadly fentanyl pouring across our border is down by an astounding 59%. Illegal drugs coming in by ocean or sea are down by 97%. We banned the transgender mutilization of our children. We got men out of women's sports. And we got critical race theory out of our schools. And we abolished DEI across the entire federal government.
Now, that's not a bad list, I'd say, right? Way better than Lincoln. In his first year, he started the Civil War. Nice going, idiot. So why is Trump looking great and his adversaries look terrible? Have you noticed? Everyone who went after Trump looks worse for wear. From Rosie to Springsteen to this thing currently being spotted inhabiting the body of Kathy Griffin. Now, we are not dunking on them. It's not really their fault. They just took the bait like Joy Behar robbing a cooler of chum. We only bring them up as a reminder of how badly the media got it wrong and still gets it wrong. We're dunking on those who egged these dopes down this path of destruction. And remember how they ate up Avenatti?
Lucky tonight. We're back with attorney Michael Avenatti. He is a main player.
To me, you're like the Holy Spirit. You are all places at all times. He's out there saving the country.
Look, I think you're doing a hell of a job. I don't think you're in this for money.
He's a rock star, I think. It'd be interesting to see his next chapter.
Absolutely.
Looking ahead to 2020, one reason why I'm taking you seriously as a contender is because of your presence on cable news.
That is literally the dumbest thing anyone at CNN has said after let's give Jeffrey Toobin a laptop. Look it up. Or don't. So why'd they get it wrong? Well, they're stupid, but their shared filter sucked, which was always Trump is Hitler. It dictated that every accusation from sleazy lawyers to porn stars was gospel truth. This filter allowed for an endless number of hoaxes, from the P tape to the Five People hoax to Trump beating up a Secret Service agent from the backseat of a car. And even though the lies would explode in their faces, they kept on going because they were rewarded for it. Meanwhile, others could see through this BS. That was us. And we would be proven right again about each one. Just wait, we would say to ourselves, knowing the next media fabrication would implode. And over time, they would. Our filter worked, theirs didn't, and yet they still cling to it. And so the Stormy Avenatti thing leads us to Swalwell, also egged on as a Trump killer. He relished the role, the spotlight, the attention, and then his past deeds poured out like a drink he'd give to a staffer. Swalwell was just another Avenatti, who was just another Michael Cohen, who was just another version of Letitia James, the same mediocre midwits who hitched their wagon to Trump hate. James Comey, Jimmy Kimmel, Fonnie Willis, Stephen Colbert, same media creation, same overexposure, same delusion, same collapse. And that's the lesson here. The media doesn't just get things wrong. It builds people up because they're wrong as long as they're useful. But when the story collapses, they move on, and you're left with what we have tonight. One person holding on to relevance, and the other a mop. Welcome tonight's guests. England repels illegal immigrants by airing his show. Host of Piers Morgan Uncensored, Piers Morgan. Don't worry, husbands. If he's here, your wives are safe for an hour. Comedian Jeff Dye. He also uses WD-40 on his hair. Co-host of the Big Weekend Show, Johnny Joey Jones. And this is her first job where the application wasn't on the back of a placemat. New York Times bestselling author and Fox News contributor, Captain. Why won't they learn? It's like while one person jumps on this kind of like campaign to destroy Trump, to get their name out there, it implodes. But then another one always comes in and takes the place.
Well, first of all, lovely to be back.
Yes, I knew you were injured.
Yeah. Since I was last here, I now have a new titanium hip.
Oh.
Show us. It's a long story, and it's very embarrassing, and I was sober.
You know, thank God that you are the only person on this panel with a truly heroic story about being injured. You got a hip replacement. This guy lost his legs. You're the hero, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Sure Joey agrees. I got to say, Avenatti, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Stormy, but Avenatti was genuinely a candidate for biggest douchebag of the millennium.
Yeah.
This was a guy, we saw him on cable news there earlier. I did a bit of research earlier. He appeared on CNN and MSNBC in one calendar year, 18 to 19, over 200 times.
Wow.
And in every appearance, his whole shtick was the high moral ground against Donald Trump. And then it turned out that he himself was one of the most shameful, awful creatures to ever crawl out of the political sewer. Of all the things he did lots of terrible things. But the worst thing he did, he ripped off and stole money from a paraplegic client.
Right, exactly.
A paraplegic client. The moment you hear that one fact, you know, certain people get determined by one fact. If you knew someone did that, we'd all agree, douchebag of the millennium. And so it's...
Well, we don't know if the paraplegic was also a douchebag.
That is true.
Very reasonable.
That is... yeah.
We all think...
What an obvious question.
We all think that, like, oh, paraplegic, nice guy. You don't know that.
That's true.
They can still bite.
But you're right. You're right. The over-demonization of Trump, I think, has become this incredible running sore of the Democrats. Well, they can't do anything else.
Yeah.
But tell us he's Hitler, he's a fascist, he's this and that.
But it's not working, Jeff, and yet they keep doing it. Aren't they tired of waking up every morning losing?
I don't know if they are, but it is embarrassing. I just feel like it seems like it's become this group that just is, it'd be embarrassing to be a part of, is what you'd think. You'd think they'd be embarrassed of that part.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like that he's out mopping. He's supposed to be a prisoner, you know? I don't like that he's out doing things. And what do you think he's listening to in those ear pods? What do you think he's got, like David Goggins? Like, yeah, get your life together. You really screwed up, but it's time for a comeback.
Maybe he's a model prisoner.
Maybe.
He could be.
I don't know, but I just don't like it. I want when people get in trouble to really be in jail. I think that like, he's already out mopping. He's kind of got his freedoms. They're letting him listen to whatever he's listening to. And Stormy Daniels, you said you have a soft spot for her because you're a good man. I punish her the most socially and mentally because she's out there claiming she's a stand-up comedian, and that pisses me off.
Also, sex workers don't tell. That's why you're a sex worker.
Right. Pay back that hush money.
Yes, exactly.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. You know, Joey, you and I will often talk about the patience that you got to have when you're talking to somebody who falls into the kind of the Trump is evil thing, and you got to go, just wait it out, wait it out. It's like, you go through this as much as I do.
Well, we've all kind of been there, right? In 2015, it's like, I don't know, it's a New Yorker guy, he's a liberal, I don't believe anything he's saying, and then just he continues to prove me wrong. What I've realized is the worse you hate Trump, the more I think he's holding a mirror up in front of you, and you're hating things about yourself. The more that we learn about these people. I just want to say, this picture of Stormy Daniels looks like William Dafoe dressed up in Byron Nome's, like,
it is.
Fat suit,
it does
right?
like Christy Nome's husband.
Yeah.
I didn't even. Yes.
This is Stormy with a chance of meatball.
Hey, listen. Live by the sword, die by the sword. She got famous and rich on how she looks. She can take a few jokes, I guess.
Yeah.
And Piers, man, I'm so sorry about your leg, but
Thanks, buddy.
there are other ways, man. Just come to me. I can help you out with it.
You think it'll be all right?
Yeah. It's tough, man.
It's tough.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I feel you.
You guys can hug it out after the show. So, Kat, don't you feel like the media is like one of your friends who always enables you, is enabling you to do the bad things? They tell you to keep doing the thing that ends up destroying you?
Well, I think definitely more so with Avenatti.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the beginning, you were like, this guy, he's in the halfway house, you know, and as you point, stole from a paraplegic, and she gained weight. Oh, I'm sorry. And also smoked, as we know of, 1 cigarette.
Yeah.
Spinning out of control. So what? She gained weight and it was mostly in her boobs.
Yeah.
I do respect that.
I don't think
Yeah,
there's
her boobs look like they gained a lot of weight. And also, you know, people age. It was 10 years ago and she's aged 10 years. But obviously, what happened with Michael Avenatti is it definitely became one of those things where he was good on TV, so everybody had him on, and the more people gassed him up, the more he thought he could get away with everything. He's shocked that he is where he is right now because of the media.
Yeah, but you could have just slipped out his name and put in Swalwell.
Yeah, absolutely. Same exact thing. Absolutely. Where people just, when you stop questioning, then people get this overconfidence. And then sometimes you can find out they're a real scumbag. I mean, Avenatti is as scummy as it gets, really.
I think that there's a chance for him to get better because he hit the bottom. However, do you know what's the other thing too is these people believe TV is important. We know it's not. Come on, it's really not. We're just like, but there are people that like they get on TV and it becomes the biggest like Avenatti. I'm on TV. Swalwell lived for it. And so they'll do or say anything. I'm not like that at all.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you hate it.
I hate it.
Yeah. It's not as important as stand-up comedy. Very important, yeah.
Shut up! Shut up!
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.